Gonna start recording this. Okay, let's see. Am I live? Let's make sure we are live. Okay, we are live. Just want to make sure we are live. All right, awesome, guys. Good to see you guys. Let's see. All right, guys. So welcome. This is what is it now? May 8th, 2025. Hey guys, so this is May 8th, 2025. This is Thursday, 1 p.m. Eastern time. It's actually 1 or 2 p.m. Eastern time. This is Saravanan Ganesh here. This is a weekly coaching call for a private SEO coaching private group, but I'm opening it up. I'm also going a YouTube live because I've got some exciting things to share I want to talk about. So we can Neil in the house. Welcome. If you're part of my coaching community, you are welcomed into my Zoom live. You have the, what do you call that? The Zoom link. But if you're just joining the YouTube live, you're in for a treat because we're going to cover a lot of things today, okay? So let me make sure make sure people are joining my Zoom here. Okay, great. Neil, welcome. Guys, let me make sure I'm doing a live here. So if you're just joining the YouTube live, give me a name, where you from, maybe, so I know who exactly you guys are. Give me a name and where you're from. We are going to be doing some exciting things today. Carolyn in the house, love it. She's a newbie who joined the coaching community, a couple of weeks ago? Yep, couple of weeks ago. Okay, great stuff, good stuff. So those who are just joining, guys, this is Thursday's weekly coaching calls, every Thursday, 1 p.m. So if you're in the Zoom, that means you're part of my private coaching community. But I decided to open this today to everybody. So it's a YouTube live also. I'm streaming this live right now in my YouTube channel. So if you're not part of my coaching community, you're welcome to watch this, get a glimpse of what we do inside. But I have some exciting things to share also. So if you're on YouTube, just put your name and where you're logging in from. I'd like to know. Josh says, yo, okay, great. So every week, Thursdays, we have coaching calls. Every week, Carolyn says, looking forward to today's showcase on learning SEO. Yes, absolutely. Okay. So we're going to be doing some good stuff. So every week we have these coaching calls. If you're a part of my SEO coaching program, it's Thursdays, 1 p.m. Eastern time. If you're part of my mastermind, you have access to this, plus a lot more high-end, more into personal branding, client getting, lead generation, consistent leads, all of that. And that's Tuesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern time. But we always start with wins for the week. So I have two different things I want to share today. We'll go through the wins for the week. Who I see Vic and Neil and Caroline in the house so far. So we can share your wins for the week. If I keep looking this side, that is because I have two screens and I get the pop-up notification saying people are joining my Zoom and then I let them in. So that's why I keep looking this side. So let's start with wins for the week. Before that, I have two exciting things to share today. One, we are putting Caroline in the hot seat. She joined a private program 2 weeks ago, total brand new newbie, new mom, working full-time. She wants to replace the job income. She's tried a lot of things over the last so many years. And right there on the first week she came on the call, we put her on the spot, asked her, hey, are you willing to do a few things? She said yes, and she's been doing it. We're inching closer to getting her a paying client, so we'll talk about that. But also I want to talk about a couple of things. I got an email the other day from somebody who's been in my private coaching program for about a couple of years. Elderly gentleman, has his own business. He started Rank and Rent and SEO 2 years ago, not knowing anything really. And I've seen his progress, learning, overwhelmed. Oh my God, this is more than what I thought. It's not easy. Then taking it step by step, asking questions, failing, stumbling. making his first $1,000. Oh my God, that was a big thing. Second $1,000. And then he got his goal of he's got 11 or 12 grandkids, and he wanted to put up a rank and rent site for each of his grandkids so it'll fund their college. So now he's got a purpose, right? Inch by inch, one by one. Oh my God. Okay. He then joined my mastermind. He started getting one-on-ones with me. Literally, once you're in the mastermind, you get one-on-ones and all that. This is not about the mastermind, but he started progressing 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 along with his full-time business. And then 3, 4, 5 days ago, I think 2, 3 days ago, he sent me an email. He's at $17,500 a month on rank and rent. No SEO clients, no talking to SEO clients, no reporting. Nothing is passive 100%. So he still has to maybe text out to a rank and rent contractor here and there, but it's as close to passive as can be. And that's how much was it? 17,500 a month. Okay. So if you think that's exciting, give me a 1 in the chat or in the YouTube or wherever you are, because that's exciting. Okay. I'm going to be talking about a few things on how he did that, what kind of niches we are looking into, what are we doing, all the stuff. Okay. But let's start with this, guys. We got Gina in the house. We got Carolyn in the house. We got PLM iPhone. Who's PLM iPhone? Give me your name if you don't mind.
Cooper.
Who's that?
Cooper.
Cooper, D.B. Cooper, the man who jumped out of the airplane in the 1970s with $3 million is Cooper. He's in the house. That's D.B. Cooper. This is a different Cooper, don't get me wrong. But let's start with wins for the week, guys. And if you guys are watching YouTube, just say, okay, what is your win for the week? Put it in YouTube. I see Josh say, yo, Sebastian say, yo, what's up? Good to see you guys. Anybody want to share any wins for the week? Anybody? Carolyn's like, yeah, should I go first? Yes, I know, go.
Yes, so my homework was to go through the SEO videos and then talk to business owners who's interested to get their websites rank better. So I did start working on the spreadsheet. I didn't finish it yet, but I did start having those conversations with them and showing them what they could do. So I got that amazing. I did get my first no as well, that they didn't want to prepay, but I think no's are a good thing because that means they're considering it. That means they're thinking about it. So yes. And then I did get my first pool deck website up. So I'm ready to implement and apply what I learned from SEO today to start seeing that keyword rank up. So I'm excited about today's session so I can show some results and yeah.
Love it. So you said you already have your website up?
Yes, I just launched my website.
Remind me once we go through all the wins for the week and I cover a little bit of the rank and rent a little bit, we will dive into that pool deck. We'll talk more about that. Okay.
Okay.
So it'll be like a one-on-one with you, but everybody can get to see and learn from that.
Okay.
Okay. Awesome. So by the way, those who are just joining in, okay, we got Mike, Neil. Carolyn how long have you been looking into things online, trying to make your money online? How long has it been, Carolyn?
It's embarrassing.
No,
7
it's not
years.
embarrassing. Go ahead.
7 years. 7 years.
7 years. Carolyn has been trying SEO, Facebook ads, a lot of other things you said, right? Trying to make
house flipping, Amazon seller. Yes, I did a lot of
all of that. Okay. She's been trying to do that. Okay. All kinds of stuff trying to make money. And then she jumped into our SEO coaching program. And the very first week we put her on the spot and said, Carolyn, 7 years you've been doing this. You are obviously smart because you have a full-time job. It's an IT job. Okay. It's not like any job. Okay. Right now, she's sitting in a conference room in your office. Is that right? And when she started doing that 2 weeks ago, I got excited because it reminded me, I was working in my General Motors engineering job 10 years ago, literally doing this. Okay, sneaking into a conference room when the boss was not aware, trying to Google and figure out ranking and stuff like that. So Petra says, hello, it's my first session. Good stuff, guys. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so I put Carolyn in the spot and said, if you're willing to dedicate, and when I say dedicate, it doesn't mean abandon, leave your family, leave your job and dedicate. I'm saying just take an hour a day or so, maybe 3-4 hours a week and be consistent. I promise you, we'll show you how to start making money. And even if you start making your first $500 or so, you know that's the blueprint. Then it's like stack it up. Okay. So love it. So that's Carolyn's win for the week. We'll go deeper into that. We got Mike in the house, Neil, another Mike in the house, Vic, Cooper, Yes I, Ralph. Anybody else want to go quickly share wins for the week, guys? Anybody wins for the week? And those who are in YouTube, you can share your wins for the week in the YouTube comments there too. So anybody else go? Yes.
Saravanan?
Yes, yes, I go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Yes, I go ahead. We can hear you. Hello. So for those of you who don't know, Yes I lives in the Caribbean. He joined the coaching program a few months ago, maybe 6 to 8 months ago, close to a year also, I'm not sure, something like that. Not easy living outside the US and trying to make money in the US. And so he put up a couple of websites in the US, got on these calls. My first website, I thought it'll rank instantly. It's not ranking. We reverse engineered, what are you doing, follow the steps, things like that. Then 4 or 5 weeks ago, okay, as a matter of fact, I want to see if I can pull that up, right? He came and said, I'm getting calls. My website is getting calls. That's a win. But he said, here's my next problem. I'm in the Caribbean and I tried to call up a business owner, and for whatever reason, he doesn't understand me. I don't understand him. First, he actually said, I'm unable to find anybody in this niche. Okay. So I jumped on a call with him. I mean, I jumped in the coaching call right here. I want to see if I can actually give you a screenshot of where that is, because literally we started making calls. When was this? Yes, do you know that? January 30th. I'm going to share my screen here. January 30th, if I'm not wrong, struggles on how I landed a business to take the calls. Okay. This coaching call is, we literally called up 3, 4, 5 businesses. I called live and we couldn't find anybody in that niche in Google. So we went to Craigslist to find somebody who's in a similar niche. And long story short, found him a client. Okay, that's the level you're getting. Okay. Petra says, Saravanan, is this the first session you started? Yes, we will be having this today. And I'm going to have a bonus tomorrow also. For those who are in YouTube, you're welcome to come tomorrow. For those who want to come, you know, coaching program, you know, my Zoom link, come in again tomorrow, 1 p.m. Okay, but let's quickly go over anybody else wins for the week, guys. Anybody want to share wins for the week? Anybody?
Well, Saravanan, I got a win.
Go ahead, Vic. Yes.
You were speaking in the mastermind about go high level. And to be honest with you, I tried it previously. I only knew one thing, how to use it. And I found it so complicated. But given our conversation in the mastermind now, I'm doubling down and I'm going to continue with the go high level.
I love it. Right. So
that
those
was a
of you who are
great
not in the
motivation.
mastermind, that's a good win. In the mastermind, we go a lot more deeper into AI. I'm bringing a guy next week who is literally selling a service called voice AI agents to businesses, something similar to what Mike covered last week. Okay, so but that's a good win. Anybody else want to share wins? Let's go quickly. Anybody? Omel, Cooper, Chris, anybody wins? It doesn't have to be this week. It could be last couple of months if you want to. Anybody? Here is, if you guys, if you want to share any of the wins, go ahead and put it in the chat. Okay. Carolyn says, my friends call me Hustle Queen. Obviously, the goal is, yes, absolutely. Okay. She's excited about SEO. Great. I want to cover a couple of things. I'm going to share my screen today, and then we're going to deep dive and help Carolyn inch even more closer to landing her first client and making money. Honest to God, if Carolyn keeps up this pace, okay, I don't see why by Thanksgiving she would not have replaced her job income. Okay. Is it going to be easy? No. Is it going to be worth it? Absolutely. Okay. We have literally cases and cases of cases. Okay. Chris says, I'll take 7 years and raise you 13 years. Okay. Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to share my screen. I want to show you and talk about a couple of things, right? I'm not going to go through all the slides here, right? One of the first things I want everybody here doing, it doesn't matter if you're in my mastermind, my private coaching program, or you're watching it for free in YouTube, okay? I want you to calculate what I call your freedom number. Tyron says hello. Hey, Tyron, good to see you. Okay. Basically, the whole reason everyone's going to our jobs, right? We have our job, we have our business, whatever, we're making money, is so it can pay our bills and so we can spend time with our family, do what we want to do, travel, charities, whatever you want to do, right? I did not take my engineering degree, 4 years of bachelor's, 7 years, 2 years of master's, total of 6 years. I did not, I was interested in engineering, but honestly, I was not excited in sitting in a cubicle for the rest of my life. It was a way to make money. And when I was getting into college 20 years ago, computers was like, everyone's like, computers was the money. And so I said, okay, I'll get a computer engineering degree, right? But as I then started making money, I started understanding, okay, there's one thing that I wanted to do, which is it's not just how much money you make, it's also how you make the money that's important. Make sense? So here is something I want everyone to do if you've not done it. Take out your last 3-4 months of credit card, bank account expenses, track it, and put down your monthly expenses. This is a snapshot from so many years ago for me. Mortgage was $2,000 a month, car payment, my electricity bill, stuff like that. Just put it out. Total of $6,300. Okay, between my kids stuff, my groceries, my eating out, my hard costs, all of that. If I could somehow figure out a way to bring 6,300 a month, I was like, man, I can leave my job, right? At that time, I had a daughter and the second one on the way. And my 3-year-old was turning 4. And every day when I would leave to my job, she would cling to my leg and say, Daddy, stay home, let's play. And I would be like, oh, I want to play. I'm not excited to go and sit with my colleagues and my boss and talk engineering, right? I want to play with you, but we have to pay the bills. And that became my calling. I was obsessed on this. The reason I'm covering this, guys, okay? If your why is not big enough, the how doesn't matter. The why, WHY, has to be strong. You have to get up early in the morning before a job and put a half an hour or an hour into your what do you want to do into SEO if that's your vehicle. You have to do after your kids go to bed, maybe take an hour in the evening and do something. You have to figure it out, but that will not happen if this why, your purpose, is not there. Does that make sense? I want to show this to you also. This, by the way, I don't know if I can expand it. You can see it. Can you guys see this? Where did that go? July 2017. These are rank and rent checks coming in. As a matter of fact, this $500 check is still a rank and rent client of mine, still coming in. How many years is that? Right? So we're going to talk about how we can do that in this changing world right now on all of that going on. Okay? Number one most important thing, guys, SEO, does it work in 2025? People are like, AI is here. Everyone's searching in ChatGPT and not Google. Or Google search results are now different and they're showing an AI overview. Trust me, in the local space, yeah, this SEO has evolved a bit. But like I mentioned here, it has not died. It is still, Google is still the 80-pound, 100-pound, 800-pound gorilla in the room. And most local businesses are getting their leads from SEO, from Google. And if you learn this skill, you can do the work once and you own the asset. It's just a website. If you have a website and the GBP, all the more better. But just a website, you can make money. Does that make sense? No ad spend necessary. Okay? So those are just joining YouTube. Those are just joining the Zoom. Let me make sure everybody here. Yep. If you're excited, give me an excited in the YouTube comments. Give me an excited in the Zoom because I'm going to share a couple of things on what is working right now. Carolyn's like, yes. Okay, Carolyn, be careful. Okay, I don't want your boss walking by. All right, but you got it. Okay. Who else is saying, okay, excited. Yes, love it. Thank you. Okay. Because I am in so many SEO groups. I don't comment on anything. I'm in so many SEO groups. What is it? Today's Thursday. Monday. Was it Monday? Tuesday, I think. Another SEO guru with his own group hit me up and then he got on a Zoom with me. He was just talking about a couple of observations that he's seeing and he wanted to ask my opinion also. Not because I am awesome, but because I'm a technical geek and I reverse engineer this Google stuff and I see patterns because we work with so many websites. Thick and thin. My life is Google SEO, my coaching over here, my Google SEO stuff, and then Netflix and family. That's it. I don't watch anything sports. If you ask me, oh, I'm in Detroit, how is the Detroit Pistons doing? I don't know if they're a basketball team or a football team. Okay? Call me boring, but that's me. So I'm pretty decent when it comes to SEO, ranking, stuff like that. Okay? So here is what I want to talk about, the rank and rent model. By the way, if you don't know, SEO, search engine optimization, okay, is basically if I go and search for anything, free service Livonia, right? The process of ranking your website, okay, in any city, in that particular city is search engine. Google is a search engine. Bing is a search engine. Optimize your website is search engine optimization. So SEO is just the process, the skill. Make sense? Client SEO basically means I can literally go to page 2. No one's go if somebody's searching for a tree service here, no one's going to go on page 5 and say, okay, let me call Hilltop Tree Service and say, hey, can you come and cut my tree? No, they're not going to page 5. They're going to page 1. They're just going to see the first 2, 3 guys. They're just going to go and call somebody here or call somebody here. So you can literally go to page 5 to Mr. Hilltop Tree Service we saw. Where's that guy? And say, Mr. Hilltop Tree guy, no one's finding you, most likely because you're not on page 1 of search results. I can get you to page 1. Okay, if you and you're going to pay me $1,000 a month, I'll work on your website, get your website at the top. That's client work, client SEO. You can do that if you learn SEO. And I want you and I encourage you to also do the rank and rent model where you put up your own website. We're going to dive into Carolyn's first website now. If you're just joining YouTube, guys, okay, I'm talking about what is working in rank and rent right now. I'm just starting the overview right now, okay, but going deeper. Does that make sense so far? So right now, you can still build and rank a local niche. Okay, I just put roofers in Miami. If you're starting out, don't go for roofers, don't go for Miami. But you can rank the site out to a business and rent it out to a business for 500, 400, 600, 1500 a month. Okay, I'm going to give you a couple of niches to go into right now. Write it down. Number one thing, and I always do this, okay? I go to Home Advisor. You guys know the process if you've been following me for some time, right? These are people, businesses paying for leads. So I can literally find somebody here, okay, junk removal. By the way, those in our coaching program, we did a case study, a really bad case study where we did not even do a great job. We were so inconsistent and laughing all the time. But we put up junk removal. Rochester Hills is a 100,000 population city. We did not put a GMB, just a website. And we did step by step from last October to January, I believe, right? And where are we? Excuse me, guys. We are somewhere. I want to find out where we are. We were somewhere here. Maybe we slipped down. We should look into that more seriously. I think we did not renew that maybe. This is the website. Yeah, sorry, malware or something. Sorry, guys. We'll get into it. Okay, I did another one the year before. Let's see if that one is there. Okay, I think that may have been hit by malware too. I'm not sure. But literally, we showed all this to you, step by step. But here is what I'm going. Find a niche over here. Okay? It doesn't matter what. Okay? What city do you choose? Choose a city that's population 100,000 or so, around that. And there are so many permutation combination. I have a guy in Bangladesh in my SEO coaching program. He joined my coaching program on an installment plan because $300 is a full-time income in Bangladesh. His goal was to make $300. He's an introvert. He cannot talk to businesses, all of that. He followed the process. He has one website ranked and rented, another almost rented out. And he hasn't even talked to the business owner. Just email. Send the calls, email. You want more calls? Pay me. Business owners, they don't know, they don't care if you speak English, Spanish, Chinese, Japanese, Hindi. If you speak the language of, hey, I can get you customers, they'll speak the languages of money. As simple as that. Okay. So here is what I'm going with that. We're going to deep dive into niches and all that. Okay. Where you control the asset, passive income starts kicking in. Even if you only do $300 a month. My very first website, tree service, I'll show it to you. Ann Arbor. Okay. Ann Arbor is like 100,000 population city. Population of Ann Arbor. 120,000 population. My very first website, let's see if it's even ranking on page 1. It was ranking on page 1. I haven't touched it in years. That guy still pays me. That guy still pays me every single month $300. Here we go. It's an exact match domain. It's on the bottom of page 2. For the main keyword is on the bottom of page 2. But the way we do keyword research is ranking for so many keywords that even if he only gets 4, 5, 6 calls a month and he only gets average tree job cost, okay, tree removal, 200 to 550 for average job. Okay, I know I'm in the tree niche, it can be up to 3,000 easy. But if he's only $400 and he only gets 5 jobs, 400 times 5, what is that? He makes $2,000 a month. He's been paying me $300 a month. Okay, so where am I going with this? Here is the next step. Okay, I'm going to talk to you about a fast path using AI and leveraging a couple of things that most people don't know, especially business owners don't know. One thing, leverage AI. Okay, using ChatGPT, that's going to do keyword research for you. If not simple keyword research, go, I'm giving you the step right now. Go to Google Keyword Planner, find a city. Let's just say I said concrete, and let's just say I found a city here I want to go after. That's, let's just say, okay, Lakeland, Florida, right? Okay, all I would do is go here, Google Keyword Planner. I'm going to make it fast here. Come on, computer. Discover new. I'm going to say concrete contractor. Okay, not the whole of US, but Lakeland, Florida. Okay, and search. And that's it. You don't need to do too many things. Don't fall for all these other guys. You can call them SEO gurus or whatever you want to call them, who talk about a lot of stuff. I'm going to show you how to make $300, $400, $500 a month without doing a lot of work, but at the same time, be able to add value to a business. They'll be happy to pay you $500. You set and forget that website, and then you move on and go to your second website. And you stack it. That's what Greg did over the last 1.5 to 2 years to go to $17,500 a month with Rank and Rent. Okay, I have a guy called Rob in my mastermind, $60,000 a month, just Rank and Rent. These two guys are like, we don't want to talk to clients. I don't want to send a client report. I hate talking to people. I just want Rank and Rent, and they went that route. I am hybrid. I have some clients. I have some Rank and Rent. Okay. And then there's guys who are like, I don't like Rank and Rent. I'm only doing client SEO. We have quite a few guys, 60, 70, 80K a month. We have a guy, 1 million a month SEO agency in a mastermind. Okay. So all kind of crazy stuff going on, but where are you right now? Focus on that. That's what I'm saying. Does that make sense? So what are we talking about today? Here. Okay. Start this part-time. If I'm talking to Carolyn, who's new, right? I'm not going to tell Carolyn, oh, you got a new baby? Forget the baby for 2 years. You got a job? Forget the job for 2 years. No, I cannot say that, right? I'm saying if you're serious, take it an hour a day, maybe half an hour a day, overall 3, 4, 5 hours a week. Some figure out between weekend and weekday, you know your schedule, right? Maybe turn down a birthday party or so. You figure it out. And start this on the site. Slowly, as you put your first website, you start ranking it, you're going to learn. Second, as you make some success, you can get into passive income or switch it into a client SEO, things like that. Okay. One last, I'll talk about this before I go into deep diving into right now into helping Carolyn and identifying some niches for everyone. So those who are watching in YouTube, if you want me to find a niche for you, put a yes, a low-hanging fruit. Those who are in Zoom, put a yes into this thing. If you want me to find a low-hanging niche right now, when we'll even find the client, maybe if time permits. Okay. Someone who's willing to take the calls. Okay. Let me bring this up. Give me a second. Okay, we'll talk about it later on. Okay, that's fine. So most people think, this is what they think. Okay, I'm going to learn ranking. And they spend years trying to rank a website, which is not wrong. But the reason they spend a lot of years learning that skill is because they are in the wrong niche, if you will. Can I, if I'm brand new to SEO or even a year or two in SEO, can I start to rank maybe something like plumber in Chicago and put up a website? Yeah, but it's going to take a lot of time. It's 10,000 searches a month. Chicago is a 2.3 million population city. The top guys have crazy number of reviews. You see all that? This guy probably has his domain authority of 32. That's a lot, right? If I go dentist in Chicago, let's look at those guys up. Look at all these guys, 700, 500 reviews, huge guys. If I just take this guy, domain authority 19, okay, how many pages does he have? Okay, he's got more than 10 pages, more than 10 results of pages. Literally, I can keep going on. He's got more than 130 pages. Okay. And if I put him in Ahrefs, okay, let me quickly do that. He's probably going to have a bunch of backlinks. So can you start to rank in dentist and plumber because you want to make money? Yeah, but it's going to take you it's going to take you a year or more to outrank this guy at 2,500 backlinks. He's already ranking for 5,000 keywords. He's already getting 10,000 people a month landing on his website. You want to fight with him? That's called fighting with Mike Tyson. Or do you want to go pick a city like Lakeland? We said concrete contractor, Lakeland, Florida was a smaller city, right? Lakeland, Florida. Find one of these guys like this. Even this guy's an exact match domain. Okay, that means he could be a rank and rent. Okay, or we can take this guy. But let's just take this guy. Okay, this guy's a rank and rent site. I can save just by seeing him. But what does he have? Okay, he's big actually, so don't go with him. So let's look into something else. Okay, it's all about finding the right niche. Okay, let's take this guy, maybe. Okay, how many backlinks and how many pages does he have? Is this better? You tell me. 2,500 or 55, right? How many pages does this guy have? He's got 10 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 15 pages, which is easier. Does that make sense? So that's what I want to talk about. We're going to find. So most people, and I've been there too, we spend hours and hours on free YouTube stuff and all that. You need two things. You need to learn the skill of ranking, okay, and finding the devil's in the details, the right niche, how to rank, how to build out the website, the keywords, all of that. We have the whole process. But then the second most thing is they don't have a roadmap, not just for ranking, but a roadmap on once you get the leads going, or even if you don't get the leads going, how do you talk to a business owner? How do you turn them over? How do you start nurturing them? All those things. So I'm going to right now, okay, give me a 1 if it makes sense, guys, so far, because we're going to deep dive and put Carolyn on the spot. She's like, I'm ready to be uncomfortable. I don't care if I look like a fool here in front of 15 or 20 people, because then for the rest of my life, I won't be looking like a fool forever. Right, Carolyn? So give me a yes if you're ready to go. People put in the chat. Let's go. Petra says painting contractor, White Plains. Okay, so let's take a look at White Plains population, number 1. Population, 60,000. Not bad. Here's the thing, right? I don't want to go less than 100,000, maybe worst case less than 80,000, because you can rank fast for this, right? If I go painter in White Plains, New York, right? I can probably rank, I'm not sure, I have to do my due diligence here and rank, but the population is so less, the cost may not be enough for you to be able to generate enough call volume to rent it out. Make sense? Okay, so now, Caroline, what is you said you chose Pool Deck as is it your first rank and rent website? Is that the plan?
Yes, because there's concrete repair pool deck, deck builds. So I called it Pool Deck Plus to include all those services, and then try to. The goal
Okay,
is to start ranking.
again? What's the city again?
I'm in Houston, Texas, but that's also where I need your guidance. There's so many sub-cities around Houston, so I thought I'd just rank because these pool decks guys, they're willing to drive anywhere around Houston. They're not limited to a zip code.
Okay. So because you're newer, I would find a city near Houston to rank there to be able to get a call. So I don't know. Let's take a look, right? Population of Katy, Texas, 26,000. No. We want to find something near Houston. Okay, this could be something. Sugar Land, Texas. Is that near you guys?
Yes, it's a.
Okay, awesome, right? So Sugar Land, Texas, okay. And you said pool, is it pool repair? So now here's the other thing. Right here, I'm going to stop you because when I say pool, Google is giving me, these are the highest search results. Pool service is 90, then pool repair is 30. You see that? So you said pool deck?
Yes, pool deck repair, pool deck. There's a lot of swimming pools in Houston, and then I read that it was a popular niche.
Deck, we got pool builders coming up. This could be something, right? So you want to do your due diligence around that, right? When I take a look at pool builders, the search volume is decent, but I would ideally want to find something less than 30, 40 reviews. You know, at least two should have less than 30, 40 reviews. Yeah, we may not have to put up a GMB. We're only going to put up a website and rent it out. Maybe later on we can look into a GMB or a GBP, but I take this to do my due diligence, right? So I would look into, you said concrete. Let's look into concrete contractors. This is also not the best, okay? That doesn't mean you won't be able to rank. It's just going to take you some time. That's all, right? If you're going the client route, you can absolutely go here. You can reach out to them, all that. Rank and rent, I would go find something else. Okay, Ben, because you are in Texas, let's find something in Texas, right? Have you already put up the website, did you say?
I got the domain and I put up a site template.
What's the domain name again?
I'll put it in the chat here. It's Pool Deck Plus, and then
okay. Here's what I would say. Okay, so you actually started something with that. You did this?
Yes. Well, I got help from Fiverr as well.
Awesome. That's good. That is being smart. You're leveraging labor through all this Fiverr and stuff like that. You're leveraging by learning your skills, and then you're going to leverage a business owner he doesn't know what SEO is. You're going to help him. Now, continue work on this. Follow our process in terms of title tag, all of that. I'm not going to go into on-page right now. You have somebody who can take these calls because of your warm network, right? You followed the video and you came up with a couple of guys?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
So this can be for that guy. You can still try to rank for Houston. Don't worry about it. Okay. But in the meantime, I'd like to see if you can find at least one website where you can go after and rank and start generating calls. So that's going to give you some quick momentum in terms of, oh my God, I'm getting calls. Okay. Once you start getting a paying customer, calling a business owner and saying, hey, do you do pool service? Do you do concrete work? I'm not a client, but I have a person I want to refer. Can you take care? You'd be like, sure, I'll take care. Right? It's a no-brainer. The same person, if you call out of the blue and say, hey, pay me $500, I can do SEO for you, he'll be like, no, thanks. But the same guy, you'll be like, I'm not looking for your money. I have this person looking for concrete work. Can you service him? You keep the money. I want to refer him. That's it. That's what we want to go after. So let's go after concrete because you said you want to do the concrete. And we're just going to go different cities initially in Texas. If not, we'll find something else. Okay. I saw Odessa, I think, which was 115,000. Okay. It says 0 search volume. Don't worry about these tools. Okay. Anything more than 100,000, you will get some search. Plus, you won't be ranking only for this keyword. You'll be ranking for quite a few keywords. Okay. Ads are running. This is not bad. You see, this is what I like. One guy's got more than 30, 40 reviews, but look at the other guys. 10, 4 reviews. This guy is an exact match domain. Odessa concrete contractor is most likely this is most likely a lead gen rank and rent site, right? So I like this, but I want to find somewhere, I want to find a niche where there's no exact match. There's that out there. So I can buy the exact match name, right? And I want to find with less than 30 reviews. And one more thing, if the GMB names don't have Odessa and concrete, the city and the service, that's even more better. Does that make sense? So I'm going to keep going, okay? Las Cruces, and then NM, okay? And we're going to look into that. So it's just a matter of permutation combination. When I was in my day job, and even now sometimes, I literally would do the search, okay? I would literally go, okay, I found this concrete contractor. I want to go and I want to test that niche. And I would literally search for all of these cities and do my due diligence in a spreadsheet. This is the top 3 guys for this city has got 10, 15, 20 reviews. Top 3 guys, this got 40, 50, 100 reviews. And I would start zeroing in on. Okay. So in this case, you see this, okay? If people are running ads, that's good. But look at this. 6, 20, you see that? 51. One guy's got more, but this is less. Only one guy's got this, Las Cruces. And this guy's got the exact match. Even then, he's not got the best exact match, but at least he's got exact match. So this is a better low-hanging fruit if you want to get into than the other one. Literally, that's what I would just do. Go one year, just buy this, okay? Or just go over a little bit here and say, okay, College Station, Clovis, Pearland, okay, whatever. Let's just Pearland, Texas. Let me see that, right? Pearland, how we want to call it. Okay, look, there's no GMBs over here. Wow. So that means one of 2 things. There's not enough businesses over here. There is not enough businesses, concrete contractors in this city. There's only this one guy. That's why it's coming up. If I do maps, I can see other ones and I can see if there's anybody in here. So this guy, okay, where is he located? Pearland. This guy, I think this guy is also Pearland. This guy, look, different city. You see that? Like top 3 guys, there's 2 guys here in Pearland. The 3rd guy is not even in that city. Houston, you see that? So that's a good one where you can put up something because there's not much competition there. So the riches are in the niches. Literally. Most of the time, your time should be going into doing your due diligence, right? Just keep going. Athens, Georgia, Abilene, Columbia, Norman, Oklahoma, Round Rock, Fargo, North Dakota. Here's one more tip, guys. In 10 years in SEO, most of the time, people are doing rank and rent and going up SEO clients in Texas, New York, California, Florida, Arizona. Nobody's going after contractors in North Dakota, South Dakota, Idaho. Trust me, right? So if I go Fargo, North Dakota, right? I don't know. Let's check it out. Okay, let's see this guy. How this guy is. Look at that. 19, 42, 7. No one's got the word Fargo. You see that? Okay, no one's got the business name Fargo. Decent search volume. Okay, is the exact match domain available? Okay, let's check it out. Okay, I'm not saying pick it up right away, but this is a higher probability. Okay, oh my God, is the .com available? Come on, computer. Yes, .com is available for $9.99. There you go. and you use the coupon code NEWCOME and you get for $6.90. You see where I'm going? Okay. So take this as one of your higher ones. Identify 5 or 6 of those, right? Don't start yet. What do you want to do then? You want to find businesses who are running ads and call them up and say, here, it can be running ads. It can be anybody over here, right? Call somebody here who's not got a lot of reviews. Okay, a stamp. I'm going to do a call right now. And basically, let's look at this guy up and see if, okay, he's in so many locations. He can do so much services. About us, let's read about him. Other thing is, if I find an about us and that's got information about him, that guy, his family, it's a small family business, small business, and you can really work with them. Okay, they're serving so many areas, so they could be a bigger one, but you can call them and find out. Okay, I would just find somebody else. Let's go this one. I'm just going to do quickly. Do they have a service thing? Anyway, let's call him up. Okay, let's call this guy up. Which one did we see? Was it this one? Was it this one? I think so, right? Yeah. What's the phone number again? 701. Here's exactly what you see. I'm going to hand this to you, Carolyn. If the person says, yeah, I can take jobs, I'm going to give it to you on a silver platter, so you go make the money. And we'll walk you through the next coaching calls, how to do it. Okay, but let's see if he picks up. Picking up. I'm going to call one more. Let's call this one up. It's a matter of identifying a few and then making a few phone calls till you find somebody who you can build a rapport with. At least he's decent enough to pick the phone call, talk to you, decent enough. Here is the other thing, guys. You'd be surprised. These businesses, even if they're on Google, they don't know, or they don't have a system to pick up the phone calls of customers. These are leads, business customers. You can literally find somebody and subcontract it to. We have stories of that. So somebody says, hey, Saravanan, I have learned a lot from you. Can you tell me how much drip feed should we do for PBNs? When you say drip feed PBNs, you mean like how many PBNs per month to your website? I'm not sure if you're in my SEO coaching program. We cover that in depth in the PBN module, but 2 to 4 PBNs a month, not more than that. Carolyn says, this is awesome, live prospecting. Absolutely, that's what I'm saying. I don't know any other guru who does this real time. I really badly want to call somebody and identify somebody so we can give it to Carolyn on a silver platter. I think we went over this guy, right? We didn't call this guy, I think, did we? Let's see. No, we didn't call him. Let me do third time lucky, I think. So I'm going to call one more. If this one doesn't pick up, then we'll see. But I'm going to see how this goes.
Ace Concrete Services. This call may be monitored and recorded for quality assurance.
Wow, no one's picking up. You know what I'm going to do now? Anytime no one's picking up, I'm going to find a local one-man show, one-man contractor in Fargo through Craigslist. Instead of renting it out, you can now, like, here's the process, right? Concrete in Fargo, I want to go under services, right? And these guys are, look, Okay, 4 hours ago, this guy said he posted something. Okay, 5/7 was yesterday. This guy posted. They are paying Craigslist to post this. Restoring and repairing concrete foundation. Okay, let's look at this guy. Right, concrete work. Nicholas Shepard, 651, 15 years. Blah blah blah. All right, I'm going to call him. Okay, 651 373 3982. Let's find Carolyn some success. So here's the other thing, guys. Business owners are not picking up the phone call. You know what we have started? We covered this in the mastermind, like Vic was saying. We now are installing go high level automations where these are voice agents picking up the phone call so they don't miss the clients. That's another service you can upsell if you want to. So we go into depth into all this, okay? Yes, I's got a question. Yes, go ahead. Yes, I.
All right, Saravanan. I'm having a lot of issues with the phone calls are coming in for this website in Markham,
Okay.
but the guy who's taking these calls is not so professional, and I think he's lying because I listened to the conversation.
Okay.
And he got a job the other day for $50,000.
Wait, what? How many? How much?
$50,000.
50?
Yes.
Wow. Hold on right there. 2 months ago, wait, 6 months ago, yes, I did not have a website in Markham. Maybe he was just putting it up. 2 months ago, he was trying to get calls. Now he just he got a job for $50,000. Okay, so what's the problem here? Go ahead.
He's not professional. He doesn't call back the customers. And he says, oh, when he, tomorrow he call them back, just busy right now.
Yes, here's what you can do. Vic race right there. He says, you want me to pay him a visit, laugh out loud. Vic is in the Markham area. Yes, is in the Caribbean. Yes, instead of you making $1,000 a month from this guy, this website, would it be okay if Vic and you partner and each of you make $500 a month? Would that be okay?
That would be perfect.
Vic, are you okay with that? Where's Vic? Okay. Yes, Vic says yes. There you go. Okay, reach out to Vic in the Facebook group or send him or Vic, give him your email or something. That's the best thing. That's the beauty of the mastermind we have. Okay, this is what we do in the mastermind day in and day out, guys. Right there, boom. Sometimes business owners, they don't take you seriously because, and I've been there, we haven't set the expectations right. When we are first starting out, first website, we get the calls going, hey man, you just take it, make the money, fine. But you also along the way have to set expectations. $50,000 job is no joke. In his family, in his life, not even his family member would have given him something worth $50,000. And here you are. So Vic is more into sales also. That's the good thing about that. Vic is local. And Vic's background is he's comes from, he knows people at the highest places. He knows people at the lowest. Like he's connected to the mafia, right, Vic? So he can take care of this guy. Okay? There you go, yes, connect with Vic, nothing more than that. That's the best thing.
So, okay. So, Vic, I didn't see any email. How do I?
Vic, how can yes, I reach out to you? You guys are in the Facebook group, right? Just put a post.
Yeah, I can send him a messenger.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, messenger thing. He's right in the Facebook. I'll send that to him for sure.
Awesome. So I wanted to go deeper into this also on how this guy who's at $17,500 a month on Rank and Rent do what niches and all that. I won't reveal his niches, but all of that. Somebody says, do you recommend any PBN vendor? It's me, man. Reach out to me. We'll do the done for you PBN for you. If you are not from US, how can we call that? So tomorrow I'm going to go deeper into that. Here, I leave you with this, right? Tomorrow 1 p.m. we'll have a call. I have seen this pattern so much. I have 500 plus people in my SEO coaching, 150 or so in my mastermind, 10,000 in my free Facebook group. Literally day in and day out for the last 10 years, I've been sitting with people. That's what I do. Like this morning, I sat with a guy through Zoom. He's in Australia. 7 years, just like Colin, 7 years he's been trying to make money. He finally quit his job. He's making money with web design, but he's inconsistent and all that. And I was telling him what to do. You need to have a consistent, you don't have a business until you have a consistent lead flow coming in. Once you have that, then you figure out the sales and all that. If every week you have 7 potential clients sitting with you, if 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys say, nah, I cannot, I don't want your services, you are not down. You know that the next week you have another 7 people sitting with you and somewhere someone's going to buy from you and that's going to go. And that's what we show in the mastermind. But here is what I also saw. A lot of people, especially in the SEO world, in our industry, they can rank websites. They can learn. It's not rocket science. We have cases right here, right? But how do you rent out? How do you reach out if you're not in the US? So I actually come up with a system, and we literally beta versioned it on a guy in Bangladesh, and we closed to 350 or 400, I think $350 a month rank and rent for this guy in Bangladesh, just through emails and the website ranking and getting calls. And I'm going to talk about that tomorrow. So jump in tomorrow, YouTube Live, Zoom here if you want to, but you got that going, okay? But we'll go more into depth into all of that tomorrow. But I hope does this make sense, guys? Okay, how do I buy your PBN? I charge $80 for my PBN one time. We transfer it to you. We do everything. Send me a message on Messenger, or just tag me on Facebook. I'll give you the details, okay, on the PBNs. But guys, I'm telling you, it's crazy out there. Like literally, I wanted to show you one thing. I leave you with this, okay? Honest to God, I'm going to leave you with this. I won't talk anymore. One second, guys. Where is that? Where is that? Okay, here we go. Okay, this is my cold callers reaching out to businesses. Can you guys see this? Okay. Interested leads, old leads. Marilyn and Jane are the different cold callers, right? And look at all this. Interested, all of these leads. And they have all of this: contacted, email, recent, address. Okay, email spoke. He's okay to send a free video. I spoke to this. I know you see this. Okay, I spoke to Julia. Like we have these leads ongoing, and I'm getting swamped. Like we're leaving money on the table, right? So I put together a system I'm going to reveal tomorrow. You can be in India, Bangladesh, outside the US if you want to. Okay, and for as little as $97 one time, we're going to show you how you can make money using some of these leads. Okay, so jump in tomorrow. We're going to show that to you. That way, I'm not wasting my leads. At the same time, okay, I can give it to you. But in the past, I've given it to even my mastermind members. But I found that they don't know how to nurture and close and things like that. So we'll go over that also. So I don't have a lot more today, guys. I know we wanted to do a lot more. But Carolyn, are you good so far? What to do? Do your due diligence in terms of finding more niches like that, and then make these calls. If you don't want to make the calls, there's a cold email module you can just send out emails to, or we can talk next week or tomorrow if you want to join, whatever, or we'll go from there. Cool? Awesome, guys.
Saravanan.
Tomorrow, guys, okay?
Saravanan.
Yeah, yes, I. You got something? Go ahead, yeah.
Yeah, the last PBN I bought from you, it wasn't transferred over to me.
Yeah, we sent emails. You saw the screenshot. For whatever reason, you're not getting the emails, I think. I sent you my SEO manager's email. Send him an email with your questions. Okay. I messaged you my SEO manager's email. Ask him anything in terms of your website that we are doing for you, and he can take care of you.
All right, thanks.
Awesome.